What's good, y'all? It's Hoops with Hefner, Hoops with HunnitBall, whatever you want to call it. Episode 1, pilot episode, however you wish to word said statement. But, like implied in the title, we're talking hoops. And since we're talking hoops, we got to start with the rookies. For real, for real. Because this draft class got some shit for some young niggas. For real, for real. I ain't really gonna dwell too much into the draft picks, all player evaluations and all that other shit. I'm not really doing all that. I ain't really feeling the vibe for all that right now. Gotta need somebody else for that. Kind of bounce back off them, so it's not just one-sided me spitting out opinions and all that other shit. But we can start off with Paolo Banchero. No bullshit. I'm a Duke fan, so shit. I'm a Duke and a Thunder fan. This as a precursor because, yeah. So we're gonna start off with Paolo Banchero. And I'm gonna say this now because I don't know if people are really realizing this yet, but the archetype for most big men coming to the league now is going to be the Kevin Durant archetype. You feel me? 6'10-ish, 6'10 plus, whatever. Dribble well, shoot, and do everything on the motherfucking floor. You feel me? It sounds kind of, I guess, generic or lazy to say the KD archetype, but who else is really doing that kind of shit? I'm not like, yeah, we had Sabonis, we had Larry Bird, we had Scotty, we had players like that, but those players weren't 6'11", dribbling like guards, shooting like fucking guards and all that other shit. Like, they were all good players, but there's levels to this shit. We all know this. There's levels to this shit. And KD's at that highest level. No bullshit. But we ain't here to talk about KD. We're here to talk about the young niggas. So Paolo Banchero. Yeah, I'm a Duke fan, so what I'm saying could sound biased, but I'm honestly taking any and all bias out of all my opinions and or statements for these shows, or whatever you want to call them, pods, whatever. But I feel Banchero was a solidified top 3 pick. Number 1, I'm not really sure if he was the best number 1 pick due to the team being the Magic. Like, the Magic have Cole Anthony, Wagner, they have like some decent young players that could have some great upside. But the problem isn't necessarily the players, it's more on the management and overall like the build of the franchise itself. Orlando hasn't really been shown to be a very good franchise, especially for big men. Like, fuck. Shaq put up, hooped a little while, dipped. Dwight put up, hooped a little while, dipped. Hopefully it's not with Paolo Banchero, because with Shaq and Dwight, there were just years of mess. Even though they had T-Mac for a little minute, hoping and shit, but it's like, honestly, the Magic haven't really found a groove yet, like franchise-wise type shit. So I hope that the Magic don't really fuck off Paolo's career in a sense, because we've had a number of players in the league, or like even later in the league today, like Devin Booker for a little minute wasn't getting no fucking help from Phoenix. People thought they were wasting his career. Clearly that's changed now, but it's an example. Shit, Bradley Beal. I mean, kind of Bradley Beal's fault for taking all the money in the world, but shit, you can't really blame him. But it's like, if you want to have a good team and win, you gotta kind of make sure your pockets ain't as hefty, my boy. No bullshit. Same with Dame Lillard. But like, I don't necessarily feel the Magic will waste Banchero's career in a sense. It's just more just, I'm just hoping they don't. I don't think they will, but I'm hoping they don't, because they don't have the best track record, like the Pelicans and shit like that. Like, they don't have really the best track records for player development and all and things of that nature. But Banchero's like, he's a great player. I feel he's a good addition to any team, especially with a team with a point guard like Cole Anthony. It's a guard who can actually hoop their ass off. If you have a young guard like that can hoop their ass off, getting Banchero was a great choice. Like 6'10", put the ball on the floor decently well, and shoot decently well. Like he does. He's a genuine all-around player. Like he's a genuine all-around player, and it's very impressive for him to be that well of an all-around player at his size. Do I feel he'll win Rookie of the Year? No. And saying no because we're gonna kind of go on to the next person, Chet Holmgren. Chet is my dog. Yes, I'm a Thunder fan, so he's gonna be my dog regardless. But even if he wasn't got to go to Thunder, this man is my dog. Chet got that shit. Like, you want to talk KD-ish archetype shit? You talking Chet Holmgren? You talking niggas like that for real? Like, my man's a 7-footer. Like it's gonna sound the same for almost everybody that I say who's been drafted like in the big man position. They're all damn near footers, if not footers, that can dribble, shoot, and do fucking everything on the court. Not only can Chet do all that shit, he's an amazing shot blocker. Like, I get that people find that his frame might be an issue, so his defense could stagnate a little bit due to dealing with bigger players like Embiid and things of that nature, but I don't feel that would be too much of an issue for Chet because, like, KD coming to the league, or even shit now, they're like, he's too skinny for shit. But he's clearly proven that wrong, and that's clearly died the fuck down. Giannis an issue. Giannis, they felt he was too skinny for shit. But I guess Giannis had to build his weight up due to the style of play that he has. So I guess that could be a different exception. But Chet doesn't have that Giannis playing style. Yeah, he do get in the post, get in the paint, get dirty a little bit on defense, but he's not really a driving ass, dunking ass player type shit. Kind of smooth nigga with some finesse to him. You feel me? So I feel he should bulk up for sure. I'm not saying he should just fucking stay wiry as hell because that's not gonna go well. They're gonna fucking. You could have 2 great seasons, but if you don't build that weight up that 3rd season, they're gonna pick his ass apart because they haven't figured out his game plan. So I feel like him bulking up is definitely mandatory, but not as big of a problem as people are making it to be. Because if his weight was such a problem as people are trying to say it is, why is he being so highly regarded as a prospect and as a player? Because if his weight was an issue, he wouldn't be where the hell he is now. Like, that's for damn sure. So I feel like, how do I feel about this shit? I just feel like Chet's going to be a genuinely great player. Like, I have Chet for Rookie of the Year, honestly. But him being a great player only depends on what his mentality is. I don't know much about Chet's work ethic and things of that nature. I see that he's extremely confident, which is a great thing, but also could be a terrible thing because having that high of a confidence level could lead to just having to have an ego, then you're going to start getting lazy and shit like that. And I don't see that being the case. It's for sure possible, but I don't really believe that will happen. And I believe that, like, honestly, I believe he's on the best team for any young player, honestly. Like, OKC, even for me being a fan or whatever, they have the best team for young players coming in. Like, if Boncaro would have been on OKC, I damn near might have had him for Rookie of the Year just due to who all he's around. Like, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort. Like, we have a number of young players that are fucking hooping and are ready and willing to hoop. Like Alex Bukowski. Like, the name can, like, the list can go on of names of who the Thunder have that are young, willing to work, and have the upside to become a great team. I don't see the Thunder becoming a playoff team or a perennial playoff team just in 1 or 2 seasons by having Chet, but I feel like give us 3-4 seasons, we're going to be a problem for sure. Not like fucking Warriors level problem, but people are going to start giving us more respect, like, all honesty. But not to kind of just stop fucking dick sucking my own team and my own player, we're going to go on to Jabari Smith. I'm going to stop with Jabari Smith just so I'm not doing fucking the whole draft class, but it's kind of just to get across my point of, like, this whole big man KD shit. You feel me? Like, Jabari Smith. It's going to sound like everything I just said about both them 2 players that I just named. But I feel Jabari Smith might be more NBA ready than both of them in a sense. Because I feel like if he can get his handles right, he can be like he don't have bad handles, but if he can get them more refined, he can low-key be a motherfucking problem. Like he's low-key an all NBA type player and like in terms of what he could be. I'm not saying he's just gonna off the gate be fucking 3 seasons in on some Ja Morant, other Luka shit, but I feel like he for sure can be an all NBA player. Like 6'10", great shooter, great defender. Like I feel like he's one of the best individual defenders in the draft, if not one of the best defenders, period. Yeah, that's not kind of dick sucking because he's a top 3 pick, but you gotta call it how you see it. He's not a top 3 pick for no reason. You feel me? Like, and he got drafted to Houston, I believe, which is it's kind of an odd spot right now. Houston don't really have much going on, but I feel like him and Jalen Green could be a very, very entertaining tandem. Just high scoring, just like kind of like Melo and fucking Miles Bridges on some shit. Like, not that exact dynamic, but in terms of just the fun they could bring to the court, the energy they could bring to their team, and things of that nature. I feel that they could really help change the dynamic the Houston Rockets currently have going on. Because since the whole Harden shit, it just hasn't really been good. Like, had to let Kevin Porter Jr. There's just a lot of bad shit going on around the Rockets. It's not necessarily the franchise's fault, but it's like, come on now, fam. Y'all got to do something. Like, but I for sure feel like Jabari Smith might have a slightly better chance of getting the Rookie of the Year nod than Banchero. Just due to I feel like he might be able to get more looks into that nature because the Rockets don't have I believe, in my opinion, I don't believe the Rockets have as much talent in the sense as the Wizards. I mean, fucking not Wizards, Magic do. But that's going to be seen in the future. Like about that. First pod, we're already getting fuck ups. But like I was saying, I feel that Jabari Smith can get the slight edge in Rookie of the Year because I feel the Rockets have less talent than the Magic do. So just due to them having more or less talent, he can get more looks, more shots, things of that nature. But I feel that Paolo will have a better team season in a sense due to the pieces that he's surrounded by. So it really is more on voting end of the day because y'all know how the shit goes. Sometimes they go off of just individual performances and they go off of team performance. Sometimes they go off of a little bit of both. I feel if they're doing the little bit of both method, probably would be Chet or Paolo, honestly. But I'm not gonna sleep on Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey got that shit. But we ain't even, like I said, I'm not gonna get into all that. We're gonna get to Summer League now because these boys is hooping. Summer League, these boys is definitely hooping right now. Not gonna hold you. And we gonna start with them Warriors boys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a Warriors fan, and I shouldn't even fucking be giving the Warriors a shout outs because all they do is torch my fucking team. But that's neither here nor there because end of the day, I ain't no hater. These niggas are hooping. We got who you got? Who got up first? We got Kuminga. Kuminga just dropped 28, 7 boards, 4 assists, casual shit. And 5 turnovers. Also trying to a little bit over eager, overzealous shit, but just I feel like it's not really nothing to really worry about, honestly. Like Wiseman's been hooping, so I kind of can see why he get a little bit over eager, trying to feed the ball to his big man, get him some more looks. Cause if the man's doing his dance, let the man do his dance. Like I can't knock him for the. I mean, I kind of can, but I can't knock him too much for the 5 turnovers. Like that's whatever. But I feel Kuminga's gonna really show why the Warriors drafted him at number 7. Like he wasn't such a high pick for no reason. I feel like he might be kind of hearing a little bit of shit talk from everybody. How Poole's hooping, all this other shit, but he's not hooping. But I feel like Kuminga gonna come back with a greatness this season. I ain't saying he's gonna be fucking all NBA, 3rd teamer, most improved player and all that shit, but he's for sure gonna be up there for most improved player and shit like that. I feel like he's gonna for sure be open this season. Same with James White. Like Wiseman hasn't played in so long. Team just won a title, so all this man wants to do is get in there and help and show why he deserves a ring too. Not that. Yeah, I guess you can say why he deserves a ring too, because he didn't help his team win the ring. Not really not gonna fuck with him. Niggas hurt, but still, like if you're in that position, you're gonna feel a certain type of way. You're gonna want to put in more work to feel like, yeah, I earned my shit too, not just them. So I feel like I'm not gonna say Wiseman's gonna have a fucking breakout season because you're still on a team with all hoopers, but I feel like it's gonna be a great individual season for Wiseman. Like I feel like this season could give him some free agency looks in the future. Not he's gonna fucking ball out crazy, drop fucking 20 points and 15 boards, but I feel like he's gonna do a decent little dance. I mean, he got a decent amount of hoopers, so I feel like he might put up like 14 and 8, which isn't too bad on limited minutes. All the players you have on your team, so everybody on the Warriors in there overall, like an all-around motherfucker. So it's like you can't go too crazy. I feel like he'll put up a good 14 and 8, 14 and 10 piece for the season. Not nothing too crazy, but I feel like it'll definitely be a good look for him moving forward, just so he can show people that he really does have the skill and that he was worth that pick that the Warriors spent on him. Who we going to next? There's some names on the summer league shit. I'm not gonna lie, it is a name on the summer league list, but I'm gonna show some more love to the Warriors. Got more than enough love, but fuck them niggas. We're gonna go to Cam Thomas, the bucket getter, the young man. For those of you who might not know who Cam Thomas is guarding the Brooklyn Nets. I want to say he got drafted 2-ish years ago, something like that. And he's a non-bucket getter. He might not be the best bucket getter in the fucking league right now or on his team because he was playing with Kyrie, KD, and Harden and shit like that. But them niggas is gone. I'm not saying KD is gone and shit, but Kyrie's pretty much gone. I ain't gonna front my shit. Harden's obviously gone. So I feel like this is gonna be a great season for him. I feel like he's gonna put up like 18, 4, and 5 a game. Cause he ain't really he ain't a passing ass nigga. He bought his buckets, but I feel like you put an 18, 4, and 5, 18, 4, and 6 a game, which isn't too bad of a stat line, especially trying to get your feet wet, scoring wise in the league and all that. So what did he just do? Drop 24 in the second half. Actually, hold up. Him and David Duke combined for 24 in the second half. My notes a little bit fucked up, but still, kind of a little bit besides the point. You feel me? Cause, a little bit besides the point. Actually, I wouldn't say it's too beside my point because it does show that I wouldn't say it's too besides my point because he did drop 26 against Philly, even though he had like 15 fucking free throws. But still, can't knock a nigga getting to the line. No bullshit. Stop on the nigga if you don't want to get to the line. But I don't have too much to say in regards to Cam Thomas because we haven't gotten to really see much of him more than besides summer league and this off-season shit. I really want to see what an actual NBA season Cam Thomas is like with good minutes, good time. I feel like he could really low-key be a problem in the league. He's a bucket getter, he's a hooper, and that's what the fucking league is about right now. It's fast-paced, bucket getting, and he's about that shit for sure. No, just want to get off the taste of rookies and young players and things of that nature. There have been a couple of off-season moves that some are questionable, some are fucking outstanding. We're gonna start with a questionable one, and Zion. Zion and the Pelicans. 5-year max extension for $193 million, possibly like $223 million, I believe. And damn, that is some cheese for a nigga who only played 100 games. Doesn't make sense at all. It does, but it doesn't. It doesn't in the sense that, like I just said, played 100 games, injury prone to shit, and there hasn't really been much showing that Zion gives a fuck about the franchise or about hooping for real. Like, yeah, we've seen some little offseason clips here and there this year and shit like that, but it's like, where was that at the other times? Where was, you feel me? We saw him go from being one of the most fit players in the league, looking brolic as shit, to looking like Shaq Barkley. Kind of backwards type shit. Like, I'm not saying Zion can't hoop at all. This man can get, like, bruh. It's not the problem. 25 points, 25 plus, whatever, 20 plus, whatever he was doing. 60% from the field. Come on now. You can't talk no kind of shit about a player like that, honestly, because no one was doing that shit in Shaq. Like, cool, you don't shoot the three as well, whatever. Shit, Giannis ain't no Steph Curry. What is Giannis doing? Oh, yeah, MVPs and shit, rings and shit. Dropping 50 and shit on niggas, blocking alley-oops and shit. You feel me? Giannis is doing that kind of shit. So I feel like game-wise, playing-wise, giving Zion this extension was smart as shit because you are securing a dominant player for the future. But there's always a motherfucking but, especially when it comes to Zion. But the injuries are the only thing that I find that would fuck up this whole thing. Because it's not like minor injuries where it's like light little like sprains or whatever, little soft tissue injuries, things like that. These are like, my nigga played 100 games. Like, broken foot and shit. Like, this is Ben Simmons level, Joel Embiid level ass injuries. So like, if I'm hoping with Zion, it's an Embiid situation where the nigga's injured as fuck for like 2-3 seasons and he just starts hooping his ass off and people forget all about that. Like, I would really prefer that for Zion because, one, I'm a Duke fan, and two, I'm just not like a hater. I love seeing motherfuckers ball out and do the best they can do. Zion's definitely has shown he can do that whenever he does play. Like, shit, in my opinion, he was rookie of the year. No bullshit. Even though he only played like fucking 5 minutes. Shit. If he played the full season, niggas wouldn't really be talking about Ja for that season. Not saying Ja was not doing this shit, but Ja was showing his eyes, like, as he always does. But that boy Zion is he's bullying grown ass men. Like, folks was like 19, bullying grown ass men. Like it was regular type shit. Like, it was a normal little Monday for his ass. No bullshit. Like, he cuts up. So, due to him cutting up how we do, I feel like the Pelicans didn't fumble the bag as heavily as it's kind of being portrayed, because I have faith that he can stay somewhat healthy consistently. I feel like he's kind of heard all the chirping and shit from everybody on the outside. I think he wants to get on this shit. Just not really just to prove everybody wrong, but kind of to prove to himself that he's still that nigga. Like the NBA fans are ruthless. So you a young player, 22 years old, however old he is, and it's like you got niggas talking crazy about you. You don't want to prove them niggas wrong, especially as a young nigga and as a basketball player. So I feel like Zion has more than enough drive right now, more than enough reasons to want to be the best nigga that he can be, and I feel he can do that. Only thing that's stopping him is injuries, but I don't, even though he has a chopped ass injury history, I feel like it'll stop being an issue. I feel that was more just lifestyle based. I feel he just wasn't carrying himself the best in regards to training, diet, things of that nature. I feel like we've gotten a bit of a change in Zion. Hopefully, what I'm saying is right. He actually ends up being the player that he's shown he is, if not way better. Because, man, clearly has a high-ass ceiling. So I want to see him reach that motherfucking ceiling for real, for real. Next, I'm going to get off the extensions for a little minute. We're going to talk Rudy Gobert, the Eiffel Tower. You feel me? Rudy Gobert, the man who shut down the whole motherfucking league. No bullshit. So he got traded to the Timberwolves for Malik Beasley, Pat Bev, some two or three random niggas, and a bunch of motherfucking picks. In my opinion, kind of dumb as fuck for the Jazz. Like, smart-ish in a sense, because you kind of get on some OKC shit and have like 30 picks for 2 seasons or whatever. So it's like, that's cool as shit. But it's like, what did you get back quality-wise players? I'm not saying Rudy Gobert is like fucking the best center in the league and just the offensive and defensive fucking powerhouse. I mean, defensive powerhouse, yeah, but offensive not. Like, but it's just odd because Utah seems to be in a win now mentality in a sense, and now they're kind of going into a slight rebuild mode. And it's just kind of weird to me because you could have traded Rudy Gobert for some better shit, honestly. Like, he might not be the most glamorous player, but you could have traded Rudy Gobert for way better shit. Like, from the Timberwolves, let's see, you got 2023 first round pick, 25 first round, a pick swap, 27 first round, 29 first round. They all sound good on paper. Then you think about what team they're coming from. Coming from the Timberwolves, who have Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and now Rudy Gobert. So these niggas have like the best front court in the league with one of the best guards in the league, and you guys thought trading for first round picks was the move. I'm not saying it. I don't really have much more to elaborate beyond that besides the Timberwolves snapped on some shit. Like, honestly, like, you have one of the best offensive big men and you have one of the best defensive big men. Damn. Have fun playing against that. Like, if you're in the West, good luck, bless up, get your legs right, because you're going to want to get some posters or some shit, or get your shot right, because the paint going to be iffy for niggas, for real, for real. Let's go to another deal. Another deal. I'm gonna speak on two more deals because these two kind of stand out the most to me. Both point guards. One, we'll start with John Wall. So I'm sure you can guess who the second point guard will end up being. John Wall bought out his deal with the Rockets, unsurprisingly, and he signed with the Clippers for 2 years, $13.2 million, which not bad, honestly. Not bad. I don't really have a problem with that signing because I like John Wall, even though he's had the weirdest injuries, or just not weirdest injuries, the weirdest injury history in a sense for the past fucking 4 seasons, however long. Yeah, it's just my boy kind of got a lot going on. But even regardless of that, I don't think this was a bad pickup by the Clippers in any way, shape, or form, because even though he's lost a step a little bit, he's not the John Wall we're all used to seeing. He still has a lot of game left. Like, for him to get the injuries that he has and to be hooping how he is, it's kind of fucking surprising. Because most niggas wouldn't be able to put up like fucking even 8+ off the shit that John Wall had been through. For him to still have speed, some explosiveness still, and just actual scoring ability, despite those injuries, is very impressive. So I feel like I don't think it'll be really a game-changing pick for the Clippers. But I feel like having a player like John Wall can for sure help with deep playoff runs, honestly. Might not have the most playoff experience, but just being a vet in the league, just like John Wall is just a good player. Like, nothing more to it. He's a good two-way player. Like, might not be an outstanding two-way player like how he used to be, but John Wall's a good player, and I feel the way he plays is great for how the Clippers are currently playing. Like, the Clippers don't play too fast, don't play too slow. They just play at their own pace and just get on your ass pretty much whenever they can. And I feel like it's going to be a good little good little area for John Wall to be in, because it's not no weird situation like how Houston was, where it was like a rebuild and he was their franchise player in the century, with fucking Wizards, where it was just a constant rebuild with him and Brad Beal. They just couldn't do shit with it. I feel this is the best chance for John Wall to try to get a ring. I'm not saying he can or he will get a ring, but this is the best chance for him to get a ring on the Clippers, because PG, if Kawhi is healthy, like fuck what he's saying, every goddamn year, it's gonna be some shit to see. I'm not gonna lie. If Kawhi comes back, how we know Kawhi, and Paul George improves a little bit, it's gonna be a fun season for the Clippers. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be some must-watch basketball. I ain't even gonna hold you. You're gonna want to tap in. Now, last but certainly not least, we have Dame Dollar, Mr. Dame Time himself. The man, the myth, the Lillard. No bullshit. Dame has signed a 2-year, like, this shit is fucking wild. Like, a 2-year deal, 2-year max extension. Let me really give you all the means of it. A 2-year max extension worth $225 million. God damn, is my nigga getting paid? No problem with Dame signing that deal, because Dame is for sure worth that kind of cheese. Only problem I have with it is it's gonna sound weird, but the only problem I have with it is Dame getting the cheese, because he's talked so much about wanting to have a better team and make playoff runs and XYZ, and now they need this and this and that. But it's like, bruh, your contract is like your team's whole fucking payroll. Can't bruh, what can you do with that? What could your team build around you if you make all the goddamn money? Like, granted, he deserves that money for sure, but it's like, if you want to win, you have to sacrifice that shit. And I thought that's what him and Bradley Beal are really realizing. Like, they're always like, rings this, legacy that, but when it comes down to it, they're about the pay. Nothing wrong being about your pay, but you can't bitch and complain about legacies and shit like that if you're not trying to really secure that legacy. You feel me? Like, Dame's nice as shit. Dame is for sure a championship caliber point guard. Not a championship caliber team, though. You're not going to really help them build that by taking all the money. Like, again, Dame deserves every goddamn penny of it. I just don't think it's smart based off of what he expects out of his career and out of his team. But I'm gonna probably make another podcast tomorrow, tap back in with y'all about some more summer league updates, see what's going on, because Jaden Ivey injured and shit. So a whole lot of y'all mean going on. Matt McClung is hooping and shit, but I didn't really get into all that today because I wanted to do it shouldn't have been longer than I thought, but I wanted to just do a quick, brief little just gloss over the current NBA offseason. So keep that shit P, keep that shit schmo, keep it however you want to keep it. But shit, keep it 100 ball. No bullshit. Love.